Hello guys, welcome in. Today we're going to be doing a cast from a tournament that I held over the weekend, the Novea Star Cup. We're going to be starting with the quarterfinals, then we'll be casting the semis and the finals from there, so be sure to check out content being uploaded all this week. Today we're going to be doing a game from msrm and Jayxp. It's going to be a best out of 3, and spawning in the bottom left hand corner we have as the blue Infernal player, we have msrm. And his opponent in the upper right-hand corner, none other than Jayxp as the red Vanguard player. Now this map is actually a new map. No one's really seen it too often yet. There's been some practice games people have had on this map. It is made by Matterino. This is his newest map. It is called Magma Chamber. Very infernally map. Very nice map. I like it very, very much. We have a whole bunch of like fallen soldiers on the edge. We have magma. We have lots of magma in the center. Lots of little areas in between the magma, little pools of magma we have everywhere. We do have, looks like 2 Stormgates. In not too bad locations, kind of like the way they're located, but let's see what these players are doing right now. So it looks like we had msrms open with a vault into a shrine and into a conclave. Meanwhile, Jayxp has opened a fast expand into a barracks. We have a lancer coming out for Jayxp. We know Jayxp loves his lancers. And actually a third base going down. Nice quick third base from msrm. He has not gone out and scouted Jayxp yet, so he does not know that Jayxp fast expanded himself, but he knows without any... there's not really much that... if there's no bunker rush, there's not really much pressure that Vanguard can really do super early. They can come in maybe with a dog to scout, or as we see this Lancer coming in to scout. These trees are actually destructible, and as you see, this... Brute is actually breaking down the trees. You don't need an imp to do it, or a magmadon. Some of these trees or rocks, whatever you want to call them, if it has this destructible thing in front of it, that means you can destruct it with any unit. This Lancer trying to cause as much havoc as he can, slow down the production of this expansion, but it was already about to complete anyways, so getting that effigy kind of was pointless, but it did, kind of just annoy msrm for the time being. It looks like the Lancers are going back. We do have a third base that has gone down from Jayxp, so both players not doing any cheeky cheesiness, just playing very macro, getting their bases up. Let's see, what do we have from Jayxp? We have a couple more barracks going down in the biokinetics lab, so he's probably going to be trying to research kinetic redirection, I would think, for the Lancers, just because we know Jayxp and we know that he likes his Lancers, and we already have multiple Lancers out on the field, so this is a very Jayxp thing we're seeing here. Are these guys mining? What's happening? It says there's 5.
Stormgate will activate soon.
They looked like they were just chilling for a second. I wasn't sure. So Stormgate is going off. We have msrm and Jayxp both going to get it. I kind of like the way the Stormgates are. You would have to kind of go all out of the way to do a sneaky attack, because the only way to get to your opponent's base the quickest is to go past this Stormgate.
Has appeared.
We have a tribute pyre being built. This tribute pyre is going down so that msrm is going to be able to spawn, as you see, a permanent effigy, because these effigies don't last as long anymore, and you can't spawn a permanent one outside of your base. So a little tricky way to do it, put a tribute pyre down. Now you have the forward effigy that is permanent. Now this is just way too many units from msrm. Those Lancers, they're gonna go back and heal in the well and see if they can come back and poke and do a little more damage, but the numbers from msrm is just significantly higher. We do have like the same supply count, but those are probably in workers and everything, because there's definitely quite a bit more Infernal units out on the field. We have research being done. We have Reaper's Rush, so he's going to be increasing the speed of the gaunts. We already have the gaunt upgrade for Soulburn Chakrams, so as long as he's fighting on the Shroud, he will be able to infest the units and curse them and spawn fiends or phantoms from it. At the third base of Jayxp, we have many more barracks and many more Lancers coming out. So we have lots and lots of Lancers. We have Quick Draw Hustle for the Exos being researched. So he's going into just a very nice little bio ball, it looks like. Not only is it going to be Lancers, but we're going to be adding the Exos in as well. But right now, just really heavy Lancers. We do have a couple Exos out, but he's trying to push in and see if he could do any damage of his own. msrm is fortified 3 bases. Looks like he's gearing up to take a 4th base. But did these? Yep, the Reaper's Rush is complete. So these Gaunts, they are able to chase. As you can see, they're usually not this fast, but with the upgrade, they can really chase down these Exos and just do significant amounts of damage. Because usually Exos are really, really good at kiting, but one of the counters to their ability to kite is getting this Reaper's Rush upgrade. So he was able to push Jayxp off for the time being. He lost a lot of forces, it looks like. But he's just going to be backing that up. Those Lancers, they were in the front lines anyways to tank damage. So as long as he keeps his Exos alive, he's in good shape. You know, in theory. So these Exos can get veterancy, get stronger. It looks like right now msrm's just trying to fortify this area in the center. He's got a couple Tribute Pyres. He has Hellborns on the field, which Hellborns really zone out Exos as well. It looks like, though, right now, Jayxp wants to come in and do some damage. He's very hungry to do damage. He tried to hit from the other angle, was not lucky, and now he's coming in from this angle. And at the time being, msrm is actually out on the field trying to do the same thing. So he was very, very far from his 3rd, but it looks like he wants to come home and defend it. He does not want to lose too much because he knows that if he loses this, he can push right into his production next. It's in really close vicinity, and losing those production buildings would be very bad. But it looks like he did leave a couple forces here. He's going to be trying to see if he can pick off a couple weak servos, but with the reinforcements coming in from Jayxp, he's just going to be having to force to back off. Now we have the Stormgate going off again, second Stormgate. This one is actually the other Stormgate, so this one actually I think might be a little bit more in msrm's favor because of the location, just because you're going to be able to spawn. You see all these reinforcements coming in right here. It's not a very long travel distance. Over here we actually had more in Jayxp's favor. We do have Hexens. Let's see if we have the research done real quick. What's going on? I can't tell, actually. So I don't know. He might have miasma. Yes, he does. Okay. So now we have the second answer for a bio ball from the Infernals. Now this miasma is really, really strong. It's going to be able to zone Jayxp out so much. He does 900 damage if he stays in that necrotic hex field for too long. And as you see, the damage of the Exos is just, look at them. They are going down in health so much because of the miasma. That is the miasma. It's like a ball of I don't even know. You don't want to stand in it. This Stormgate is definitely going to be going into msrm's favor. Let's see what he gets from the Stormgate. We have the Void Prowlers. So where are these little dogs going to go? We're going to hit it multiple angles probably. It's what you want to do. Now this is just a very tiny force from Jayxp. He has everything that he can here, but I do not think there's in any world this is enough to really fight all these Hellborns. Hellborn's kind of in the front lines a little awkwardly, but and as you see the miasma going down, he is zoning out Jayxp, and Jayxp is unable to really push forward unless he stands in that necrotic hex field and takes damage. I think we are seeing the beginning of the end. We have these Void Prowlers also in the main, just wrecking havoc, in the natural. The GG is called, and msrm takes game number 1. Alright guys, jumping into game number 2. It's a best out of 3. msrm is up a game. Alright, this game is going to be on Short Circuit. This is actually my favorite of the maps, of the new map pool. We have spawning in the upper left-hand corner, playing as the blue Infernal player, msrm. And in the bottom left-hand corner, as the red and Vanguard player, we have Jayxp. Alright, so opening. Shrine first out of msrm. Looks like same opening from Jayxp as the last game, going expansion first. msrm probably knows this is Jayxp's style. Probably felt very safe to be able to take his shrine of his own. I feel like, it is a risk doing that unless you know that your opponent's not rushing you, because you will be in a bad spot if otherwise. He might have gone shrine first last game, and I might have been wrong when I called it, because I do notice this looks very similar to the last game. Alright, barracks going down. I feel like, you know, we're just opening... Well, wait a second. Why do we only have 2 workers? That's hardly any. I guess he pulled them all to his natural when he built it and tried to get his natural up as fast as possible. Just feel like there's barely any workers. He has 5s on Therium, so he's definitely trying to go for something else this game. Because last game, I don't think he was pumping out more barracks, and he was pumping out Lancers. It doesn't look like he's trying to go for the same Lancer aggression this game. It didn't work out last game, so I could see not doing it this game would be a great idea. msrm taking a quick 3rd. Definitely feels safe to do that. Lancer going out on the map just to scout. Scouting Lancer. Mech base. There we go. Hedgehog opening. That's what I was thinking. Usually when you see a Vanguard player mining this much gas this early, they're probably not going for Lancers or dogs. They're going for something else. And that something else is usually Hedgehogs. So we have the 2 mech base going down. Hedgehogs, they are really good early before Inferno really has the upgrades to deal with it. So pumping out Lancers as early as possible is really good. He was trying to go in and get that effigy like last game, but the expansion finished just like we saw last time. Didn't really do much, just getting a scout in. So now Jayxp knows his opponent. His 3rd bases. He has 3 bases. He doesn't have too much units out, so he is a little bit safe right now. But as you know, Infernal, they can, you know, hold up charges. So they could just pump out units super quick. That's why you see msrm having, you know, such a significantly higher bank than Jayxp, because he is saving charges. There's so he could literally just make like 2 brutes at once right now with the 300 that he has if he needs to. And it's kind of like a reactionary type of play that Infernals is able to do.
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
Jayxp's just been out on the field with his Lancers, just getting a scout out. We have a bunch of servos being pulled though, and a couple Hedgehogs. So Jayxp's doing something this game, guys. Jayxp's got a plan here.
A Stormgate has appeared.
Stormgate is going off. msrm is going to the Stormgate, and I think that's what Jayxp is planning. He knew last game, you know, msrm went for the Stormgate. He went and he tried to fortify it with the, right there, the Tribute Pyre again. So he's going in on his own, and he said, hey, you're over here at the Stormgate. I'm going to come in and do some aggression on your 3rd while you're there busy. And what do we have? Sentry posts going down. 2 sentry posts going down. That's what those sneaky little servos were coming in to do. Now, msrm is going to know that he is being attacked right now. He is coming home. He has left 1 brute to continue to take the Stormgate. He will be able to take the Stormgate with this single brute too. So, very smart of him. Bringing in the forces. Now, you'd think, hey, he could come in from behind and kill these, but no, that's not a good idea. They will be able to repair, so he's going to try to kill the units on the front lines and try to stay away from these sentry posts here. Don't really want to attack into them. They are very strong, and with servos being able to heal them, not a good idea. He's turned them into repair-o-matics, so now basically Jayxp is going to be able to poke in, do as much damage as he can, and then pop back over and heal. We do have the Hellborn that has come out. The Hellborn is basically, I'd say, the answer to this situation. You're going to take a lot of damage in the process, but this Hellborn is going to save the day. Stormgate was taken, and we have the Creeping Horror. Creeping Horror is also probably the best choice you can get to defend in this situation, because it's going to be able to slow down these Hedgehogs, and Hedgehogs are very fast, so that's one of the reasons that they are so good is because of their speed and kiting abilities to kind of pop in and out. So this Creeping Horror slows them. So that's going to be very good and helpful in the situation. But you don't really want to overextend. These Hellborns are coming in. Can they get the Repair-o-matic? It was 1 shot away. Okay, they got 1 of the Repair-o-matics. A lot of Hogs going down. This is really good for msrm, but the Repair-o-matic is repairing at such a fast rate that these last remaining ones are just going to not really die too easy. And it looks like msrm would have taken too much damage. So he is backed off, trying to do as much damage as he can, but you see how strong the repair is. It is just so powerful. It repairs so strong. It makes these Hedgehogs literally invincible, and as they are invincible, they are also gaining veterancy and getting stronger and stronger. So something basically needs to be done before they get too strong. Hellborns are definitely the answer. Hellborns and a Creeping Horror, but it's not easy. It doesn't look like, you know, this is a huge force, but it's a small invincible force. The third has gone down from MSRM, and it looks like he's taking a new third. Trying to back up, you know, rebuild, which is great. And it looks like Jayxp also had a backup plan, too, in case this didn't work out. He's not completely all in. He has taken a third of his own, too. So he is doing a lot of damage over here and trying to expand behind it and stay in the game for the long run. Weavers out in the field. Not a bad choice. The Weavers are actually going to be able to grab these Hedgehogs. We won't be able to grab all of them because of the cooldown of the Weaver grab, but grabbing a couple of them, especially ones with veterancy, and not letting them go back here to repair is a really good idea in this situation.
A Stormgate has appeared.
Another Stormgate is going off, but will anybody even be able to get this one is the question, because we have so much going on over here. Ooh, I don't think he was able to... Yes, he did cancel because the Imp is still there. That was a very quick cancel from MSRM. Really quick. All right, these Hellborns coming in. He was able to take out one of the repair medics, and there's only 2 left. All these Hedgehogs are now going down. They're unable to heal as fast as they were. We have just basically brought down the army forces of Jayxp to like halfway in that one moment. Now, if we can get the rest of these, they're, yeah, just with the sheer amount of Hellborns, when you have this many, you can literally basically 1 to 2 shot the repair-o-matic, and that's what MSRM was doing, just fortifying, being defensive until he was able to get the number of Hellborns to really destroy it. So now, it looks like Jayxp's trying to get this Stormgate. It's gonna take a second. This is gonna take a while with the amount of Hedgehogs that he has, and it looks like the reinforcements of MSRM are gonna come in and be able to get this Stormgate most likely, because there's just way higher numbers. Yeah. I don't know if this is looking too good for Jayxp now. He really did a great job holding that down before, and I feel like if he was able to maybe if MSRM didn't get this third again, maybe this would have worked out a little better for Jayxp. He did take a 4th base, so he is macroing really good behind this. He does have 4 bases up. He has lots of Hedgehogs. He's probably upgrading. Yep, he's got the transonic rockets being upgraded too. This upgrade takes a really long time though, so he's been researching this for quite a bit. We do have another forward tribute pyre. I do like this forward tribute pyres that MSRM has been doing in order to keep these permanent effigies up. All of the servos just going down, down, down. Lots and lots of phantoms being called. The 3rd base from Jayxp goes down, and Hellborns are just raining down on all these Hedgehogs. A lot of army just a little bit everywhere from MSRM right now. Doing damage on the production and damage on the units over here, but yeah, I think MSRM has to pull back and kind of regroup here. Everything's getting a little crazy. Yep, we have a endless unit train coming in from MSRM too for reinforcements. It looks like, you know, there's going to be way more reinforcements for MSRM than Jayxp. So I do not think there's anything that he can do here, and it looks like the GG is called, and MSRM takes game number 2, takes the series, and will be moving on to the semifinals. We will see you guys in the next game.